What's up, world? Let me tell you about this beard growth oil I got from 12 tribes on Earth. 8 ounces of oily goodness with a nozzle that prevents sprays and spills, and soft ingredients that make it perfect addition to anyone's morning routine. From coconut to castor, all these oils are hand chosen. After using this herbal blend, the biggest thing I noticed is how soft and how strong my hair was, and how good I feel. Pick up your bottle today and make your beard the star of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, look like there's going to be some air quality issues once again. Canada has a wildfire and the smoke is coming down into the US. Now, I remember the first time it happened back in 2024, the first time you could literally go outside and smell the burn in the air, and the air quality was very poor. It looked hazy all day. And on top of all of that, I remember I had like a burning sensation in my throat. So these things can be dangerous, especially if you have respiratory problems. Now, the other times when the air quality was bad because of the Canadian fire, I just felt burning sensation. Also, my eyes were feeling really sensitive. So the main area the smoke is going to hit is Chicago in the Midwest, but the Northeast is also going to be included. But the ones that are going to take the biggest hit will be Chicago in the Midwest. So if you are out there, and just take care of yourself, especially if you have respiratory issues. So, y'all, let's get into this article and then I'll come back with the rest of my commentary. Widespread smoke from Canadian wildfires chokes U.S. cities, triggers health alerts. Millions of Americans across the Midwest and Northeast are facing dangerous air quality conditions as thick smoke from Canadian wildfires continues to drift southward, blanketing major urban areas in a dense gray haze. Health officials have issued air quality alerts for over 80 million people, warning of increased health risks, especially for vulnerable populations such as children, the elderly, and individuals with respiratory conditions. The smoke originates from hundreds of active wildfires in Canada, particularly in British Columbia, Alberta, and Quebec, where unusually dry weather and high winds have intensified fire activity. With prevailing wind patterns carrying smoke across the U.S. border, cities including Chicago, Detroit, New York City, Philadelphia, and Boston have experienced visibility reduction, burning odors, and toxic air levels over several consecutive days. Air quality at hazardous levels. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, many regions are experiencing air quality index, AQI, levels exceeding 150,000, classified as unhealthy for all individuals, regardless of underlying health conditions. In some areas, AQI levels have surged past 200, reaching very unhealthy status. These numbers indicate dangerously elevated concentrations of fine particulate matter, PM2.5, tiny particles that can penetrate deep into the lungs and bloodstream, causing a range of short and long-term health effects. Dr. Laura Simmons, a pulmonologist based in Cleveland, warned, extended exposure to PM2.5 can lead to serious respiratory distress, aggravate asthma, trigger heart attacks, and increase the risk of stroke, particularly in at-risk populations. We are urging everyone to limit outdoor activity and wear N95 masks if venturing outside is necessary. Impact on daily life and economy. The smoke has disrupted daily life across multiple states. With school closures, outdoor event cancellations, and a surge in emergency room visits reported in areas with the worst air quality. Many employers have allowed remote work to minimize exposure, and construction projects have been halted in accordance with public health advisories. Transportation has also been affected, with flight delays and limited visibility on highways causing traffic slowdowns. The economic impact of these disruptions is beginning to mount as businesses contend with lost productivity and health-related absenteeism. Climate concerns and outlook experts are linking the severity and frequency of this year's wildfire season to the climate change, noting that higher global temperatures, prolonged droughts, and shifting weather patterns are creating the perfect conditions for mega fires. Canadian officials report that 2025 has already become one of the worst wildfire seasons on record, with millions of acres burned and thousands of residents evacuated. In the U.S., emergency response teams are on high alert, and local governments are distributing masks and establishing clean air shelters for those in need. Meteorologists predict that while wind conditions may shift slightly in the coming days, periodic smoke intrusions are likely to continue for weeks, especially if Canadian fires remain uncontrolled. Bottom line. As wildfires rage north of the border, the health and environmental impacts are being felt across much of the U.S., underscoring the urgent need for wildfire preparedness, public health awareness, and global climate action. So, my brothers and sisters, if you have to be out over these next few days, be careful. If you have respiratory problems, take care of yourself. And if you feel any health issues and you're in the Chicago Midwest or the Northeast, please go in. Try to, go inside if it's a bit too much out there, because it can be, depending on the wind direction and the way the smoke blows in here. So, y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.